history, there have been a variety of strong and impressive fighters, from film and TV, to books and comics, to real life.
Some of these contenders include the Hulk, Alex the Lion, Chad Kroger, One Piece Moustache Man, and Pikachu.
But all heroes and villains have been defeated through one way or another. Superman was defeated by that green rock.
And the Biggie Smalls was defeated by Tupac Macaroni. Today we'll pit two fighters against each other.
Press some buttons on this calculator
And see who will emerge victorious.
I'm Harry Newsfeud from the award-winning news program Fab News.
And I'm Jeffrey Newsington from the 6 o'clock Newsington News at 6. And this is Mega Explosive Melee Entertainment.
Sidestep.
怖いですね。
Ultimate Shoe Attack. Nani?
One of the most famous heroes, often considered the strongest of all fighters, is Son Goku from the Dragon Ball series.
Created by Akira Toriyama in 1984, Goku has become one of the most recognizable manga and anime characters in history.
His abilities include high strength and speed, excellent endurance and regeneration, and a variety of attacks including his Kamehameha and Spirit Bomb moves.
He has defeated such foes as Cell, Frieza, and even the legendary Majin Buu.
Pitted against Goku is a low-profile fighter, having only claimed a handful of victories in her time.
Her name? Ruby the dog. Don't let her rookie status fool you. This Labrador Kelpie Cross has more at her disposal than most veterans can handle. Her most notable traits include super speed, super strength, super sleep, keen sense of smell, razor-sharp claws, and sonic shout.
Looks like Ruby has more going on than Stacy's mum.
Without further ado, let's get to look at the top 5 reasons why Ruby would defeat Son Goku.
Ruby has an extremely keen sense of hearing, whereas Goku can't even hear when I shout directly at him, Goku! Goku!
This would give Ruby quite the advantage, as she'd be able to hear Goku from far away, and even if he tried to hide behind a cactus.
One of Ruby's few weaknesses includes her compulsion to shout at people, having been cursed by an evil wizard.
Goku wouldn't even hear Ruby if she made a loud noise.
This could offer Ruby the opportunity for a devastating snake attack.
Ruby is young, but also old.
Think about it. Good thinking.
Everyone knows that if you made a young person compete with an old person, in any event except lawn bowls, the young person would win, hands down.
This is simply because they are young and won't die as soon as an old person.
Ruby is 6 years old. Goku is 737, at least 40 years older than Ruby. A 737-year-old would be far too old to have any chance against this canine combatant.
If you thought her age wasn't already a huge advantage, you must take into account what is called dog years. A dog year consists of a whopping 7 human years, meaning Ruby would be 42.
By the age of 42, humans have gained a huge amount of wisdom and experience, knowing how to do such things as drive cars, cook seafood paella, install light bulbs, buy groceries, and drive cars.
Goku was never seen doing these things. Heck, he was never even seen going to school. Thanks to Ruby's dog-ear ability, she would be way smarter than Goku.
With the physiology of a 6-year-old dog and the intelligence of a 42-year-old human, Goku can only fantasize about matching Ruby in terms of brain and brawn. You may have heard in the news as of late that recently Goku challenged Tom of the Coolest Kids to a one-on-one brawl.
Tom was the victor in this battle, thanks to his unique slithering sloth style, although reports state it was a seriously close fight.
Here we see footage of Tom being defeated by Ruby in a fight over a chicken nugget. Ruby also defeated Aaron with a single shout once, and knocked out Elon in a battle over CD player rights. Ruby then proceeded to play the same Kaiser Chiefs song for the next 3 hours.
Ruby and Aaron have never faced each other in combat before, thanks to their pacifist disposition. But given Aaron once fainted at the sight of a New Idea magazine, we can assume that he would be no match for Ruby.
Ruby was able to counter the methods Tom used to defeat Goku, so Goku's moves would be no trouble for Ruby.
Ruby never gets tired. What?
A great deal of Ruby's endurance comes from training against other animals in the neighborhood. Ruby excels particularly at hunting cats.
Ruby's record of most cats defeated in a day is 78, and Goku could hardly put a scratch on the purple cat guy.
Not only has Ruby fared well against cats, but also birds, chasing parrot after cockatoo after pigeon without tiring. Has Goku ever kept up with the bird before? We doubt it.
Ruby has tackled many distances in her time without showing any signs of tiring, sometimes conquering multiple hills at one time. Did Goku ever go up a few hills?
We doubt it. Ruby is ready for any walks offered to her, sometimes after already having been on one. Ruby wrestles with her family, and on all occasions has forced them to concede through sheer exhaustion.
Ruby has been seen running around seemingly for no reason. Now that is commitment to her training. How often does Goku do that?
Probably never. I imagine he'd die just running to the end of the street.
Ruby's most devastating weapon in her arsenal is her magnificent mouth, coupled with a strong jaw. Her mouth is lined with...
Like 50?
like 50 razor-sharp teeth.
Having trained for years by carrying shoes, socks, and balls around, her jaw is able to make short work of her enemies. Goku couldn't even make teeth marks in Majin Buu, who is made out of either bubblegum or marshmallow.
Performing some tests on Ruby has allowed us to deduce that she can eat both bubblegum and marshmallow with ease.
Goku couldn't beat Majin Buu without the strength of Earth's entire population. Pathetic! Had Ruby been born in the same time, she would have beaten Majin Buu just by eating him.
Here we have Goku receiving a bite from Majin Buu. It roughly translates into, "Please don't bite me, Majin Buu. It is my greatest weakness. I don't want to be your friend anymore."
There you have it, folks. Goku's greatest weakness, His teeth. Even a bite from Majin Buu could take down Goku.
Imagine what a real set of teeth would do to the poor boy.
If this isn't evidence enough for you, we don't know what is. The statistics don't lie, and neither do Ruby's hips.
Goku couldn't dream of comparing to Ruby in terms of strength, endurance, and intelligence. Looks like Ruby is the clear winner of this face-off.
Join us next week for another grueling battle. Elon versus the child-proof lock on the fridge.